Hi guys, welcome to the last video of this week. The topic is signaling in trumps. So standard discards or standard counting of east-west in defense is that low-high means odd number of cards. So 3 or 5 or sometimes might be even 7. Sometimes a singleton, but most often it's actually 3 card. If the defenders play first high and then low, they have an even number of cards. So a doubleton or 4 cards usually. In trumps though, it's a little bit different. So when they play low-high, that doesn't mean that in trumps they have an odd number, but they have a so-called odd shape distribution. What does that mean? If you divide 13 into 4 suits, then actually you get only possible combinations where either 3 of the suits are odd number or 3 of the suits are even number. So 2, 4. So if we start from the beginning, 4, 3, 3, 3, the most balanced hand, that's 3 odd numbers. So they will play in trumps low-high. 4, 4, 3, 2 is even shape hand. So they will play high-low in trumps. 5, 3, 3, 2 is odd. 5, 4, 2, 2 is even, and so on, so on. So based on this signal, you can actually get the count almost precisely in all the suits. And the other important thing is that Argent is giving count in the first half of the board, because then usually you should know the whole distribution in the second half of the board, so then Argent can analyze actually what is the declared distribution and change the defense accordingly. So let's have a look how we can use this information in practice. So partner opens 1 spade and we have 15 high card points, but what is more important that we have 4 sure winners. So we are covering 4 losers. If partner is having minimum hand 7 losers and we cover 4 for sure, so it's 10 tricks minimum, but since we have all the aces there will be probably a little bit more. If partner is semi-balanced, then even with a minimum hand and semi-balanced, he should have 6 losers, and we cover 4, so that should be 11 tricks. Maybe because of the extra diamond trick, we might discard a heart or a club on the diamond winner. If partner is having the queen or the jack, then the slam will be based on a finesse. So this is what we know immediately in the bidding. If partner is having kind of a maximum hand or unbalanced hand, that means 10 cards in 2 suits or a 7 card suit, then he might have only 5 losers and we cover 4 for sure. So I start with 2 clubs because that's the way how I show the strongest hand. Partner responds to no trumps, which is actually a 15-17 balanced hand. So we know that we have 30 to 32 high card points. So now I show a fit and wait if partner cubits or not. And partner decides not to cubit. So he bids 4 spades. Still, I mean our hand might be good enough to try and go further. If partner doesn't have the ace in clubs, or we might be missing the king of spades, there's actually a chance for a couple of finesses. And if you are desperate and you need to win or you need to change the pace in imps, then actually these kind of boards can make you a swing, because people will usually play just only 4 spades. And if you play 6, well, you can win 13, but you can also lose 13. But if you are aggressive, you better want to declare well. So if I ask for key cards, partner shows me only 1, which is actually not a great spot to be in here. So we might even ask for the queen of spades, if partner has it, and partner says that he doesn't hold the queen of spades. So we know that we're missing 6 or 5 high card points if it is king queen in spades or if it is the ace of clubs. So that means that I don't want to risk a slam and we better stay in 5 spades, which should be kind of an exact spot. Okay, and we get a diamond lead. So partner has 15 high card points, so really a minimum. 3 jacks, 3 queens, so a terrible hand. On the other side, the diamond suit is solid, so we can discard a hard loser. The clubs become winners, so that's okay that we lose only the ace of spades. So we must make sure that we lose maximum 1 spade trick. Hopefully we might not lose any. Okay, so if we play a low diamond, we might choose if we want to win the trick with south or north. And what are now our options? So if spade split 3-2, we are making quite easily 5. And see that if we misguess the spade soon, so we play the finesse, it doesn't work, and they switch to a heart, then if trump split 4-1, we might have a little bit of a problem. So now we should actually try to figure out what will be the count in all the suits, so we can actually play the spades right. Based on the lead, East lets the 4 of diamonds, where we are missing 3 and a 2, so he might lead a -1, or actually the third best from 4. West discarding the highest card, it's almost for sure that he is an even number of cards, so 8, and I would say a 3 or a 2. So West will have a doubleton and East will have a 4 cards in diamonds almost for sure. So that once we have one signal in the suits, we might try to figure the other ones based on the signal in trumps. Usually 2 suits might be not enough, so if you think that you should cash the ace and then to play a spade, then if you get one even number and the other one which might show odd number, then you cannot be sure, because partner still might have one even and one odd and you don't know what are the other 2. So actually if you want to check, then you have to try a second suit to get the count. And in here West played the 4, so we are quite sure that he is having 3 or 5. And the club switch, also the lowest. So if Argent has 4 cards in the defense, they win with the ace, they return the lowest. If they have ace and 2 small, they will return the higher one. So it's almost for sure that East is having 4 clubs and West is having 3 clubs. So if West is having 3 and only 2 in diamonds, then we might get the proper signal in trumps now. And we know about 4 diamonds and 4 clubs with East. So if we play a spade, East plays the 7, there is a very low chance that this might be from 4. Still, East might have an even shape hand, but then it will be 4-4-4-1 with singleton heart. And I don't think that's very likely. So once you have a non-likely distribution, you think that East is having 7 and a 2. Sorry, 7 and a 4 is missing, because West played the 5 to show an odd shape, even shape hand, because we already know 4-4 in the minors. West is playing the 5 where we know about 2 and a 3. So we play the 8 and West follows the 4. So what does that tell? So if West is having only 2 spades and East is having 3 spades, it's still possible that East is having 4, 4, 3, 2 hearts. But it's a bit more likely that East might have a singleton and that West is having 4 spades, 4 hearts, 3 clubs and 2 diamonds. And if that's the case, then actually we have to finesse with the 10. With the small and to play the double finesse. Since we are only in 5, it's not a problem. If we'll be in 6, this is a crucial play. If we'll be in no trumps, it might be actually easier because then we always know that they will signal count honestly. So because of 2 no trumps, it might be easier if we are in the slam that we play 6 no trumps than 6 spades. Because then you get the count for sure in the first round. You don't need to cash the side suit to get the real count. So if you are actually really watching well for the small cards, you might get the signals right and actually finesse all the spades, which might be a key in this board, because if you win the king, they might get an unexpected draft, or they might get a spade and then the heart, because you will not have enough of entries to cash all 4 spades back and forth. So you might at the end up in a trouble. And remember, there is no bonus for playing 5. So if you push, you better be sure that you are having 11 tricks for sure. And now, since I draw the trumps, the rest is winners, and we can cash all the tricks. And you see that the score is +3 for a relatively boring 4 spades, but a very interesting slam. So let's see how many people played which contracts and what is actually the score. This tournament, this board comes from Pete Holland's exclusive tournament, and see that I scored +14, which was good enough for 12th place. Kind of all relatively boring boards, but I managed not to get to a minus in any board, so every imp counted. And you see that I was the only one who actually made 12 tricks in spades. Otherwise, most people made 11 tricks in no trumps. There were 2 players who reached the slam and find it right, but there were also 4 players who went down from 5 spades and 6 players who went down from a slam. So that's why I repeat again, if you want to be aggressive, you need to declare well. So hope you have enjoyed this week's video, and I'm looking forward to see you the next week with again 5 daily videos, the exclusive tournament in match points and in imps. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and enjoy the weekend. Stay safe.